Alright, me again. This is a tutorial on cross-hatching. It's for beginners, so and if you're experienced, there's no need for you to watch this video because you probably already know how to do a graded scale with cross-hatching pen and ink. We're just going to use like a basic household roller pencil. I'm using a rollerball 0.7 millimeter. They're pretty decent when it comes to drawing. I use them all the time for like sketches and just like base drawings for my actual finished pieces a lot. Uh, What we're going to do here is basically do this. Yeah, that scale is basically what we're going to try to recreate here. We're going to do this by layering our pin lines in a hatching formation, a back and forth, much like this. And as you layer, it gets thicker and thicker. So we're going to do something like that and eventually get it so that it becomes dark here and it gradiates to a light and ultimately to a white. We're going to try to do this by creating a smooth transition to keep our lines fairly even. We're going to start with a dark of 7. I'm going to go with 7 hatches. Basically means I'm going to layer 7 times on this. I chose 7 because there are 7 blocks here, so each one I'm going to drop the amount of times I hatch until I get down to 1. And then after 1 you go to the white of the paper. This makes it a lot more accurate. It also creates the illusion of, I guess you could say, like a gradient that you can do with graphite, which later I'll do a tutorial of that as well. Right now I'm on my 3rd hatch, 4th hatch now, 5th hatch, 6th hatch, and my 7th hatch. You see, I got really dark really fast after 7 hatches. So here we're going to do 6 hatches. And even though it's one less hatch, sometimes it can appear to be the same darkness as the hatch before it. So you also want to pay attention to how heavy you hatch to try to create that gradient scale. What I'm doing here is just going to do 6 hatches. I'm on my 2nd. I'm going to try to give the illusion that it's lightning. 3 hatches. 4 hatches. Basically this will help you for pen and ink drawings. A lot of manga artists use this. A lot of people do like pen and ink base drawings or even graphite drawings for their painting. A really famous artist, Jeremy Lipking, does that. He's fairly famous for his graphite underdrawings, which he does a lot of detailed shading. You'll notice this is slightly lighter than the 7th shade. So we're going to drop here and go 5 layers now. As I was saying, Jeremy Lipking's famous for this. There are a number of artists actually who are very good at this. You'll notice cross-hatching and hatching is more famous among the comic book industry. They're pretty much like the guys who kind of perfected this style. Basically, what it does is it gives the illusion of, I guess you could say, gradient. I mean, your eye, I guess, kind of plays a trick on you and makes you think that it's getting lighter, even though there's not actually shading going on. It's just less and less lines that gives that effect that it is. Here we're going to do 4. As you get better, you'll get more and more advanced at doing your cross-hatching. Cross-hatching can really make or break a drawing, especially in pen and ink. I mean, I've done a number of drawings that I thought kind of sucked, and after I pen and inked them, they looked not that bad. They were pretty good, I'd say, compared to a lot of other work I've done. Alright, last layer for this line. The gradient's getting just slightly lighter. This is a very it's not lightening near as fast as my other one. This one lightened very quickly because I'm kind of doing heavy shading here. But that's how I work typically. I try to pick a set amount of shades I want to do in a drawing, and I'll kind of work with them. I don't want to go way too out of my way to choose a bunch of different shades, because then I feel like my drawing becomes less dramatic. With this kind of shading, you can do crazy dramatic lighting in your drawings. I'm a real big fan of the comic industry, especially DC and Marvel comics, so a lot of my pen and ink work is dedicated to them. I do a lot of like Batman drawings. I'm a prolific doodler with a pen, so. Alright, we're down to 2 layers here, so. And you'll notice it's gotten quite a bit lighter, and then we'll drop to 1 layer here. And that is how you gradiate with your pen and ink. I mean, that's pretty much basic. It can get pretty complex. I've made, I think the biggest scale I ever made was 216 grades. It's a pretty big piece of paper. I think it was a 30 by 20 piece. Once you get really good at this, you can kind of get really detailed with your pen and ink drawings. This is a very great skill to know how to do, is to pen and ink crosshatch. I've actually you can actually crosshatch with graphite pencils and charcoal as well. Although charcoal tends to smear, I'll crosshatch with charcoal and kind of blend. I'll show that in later tutorials on how to do that. But basically, that's how you do your pen and ink crosshatching graded scale. Thank you.